Hey Cardfighters, Chris here from Vanguard Central, bringing you our Ripple deck. Very cool deck. Has that early game, but we're gonna go for a lot of choices that you don't usually see in those Ripple decks. So let's get in. Our starter is gonna be Alex. So obviously the starter of the ride chain. This is gonna help you get cards and set up that defensive place early, right? The grade 1's gonna be 8K instead of 7K, and that's really gonna help you defensively. And if you ride the grade 1, obviously you're gonna be able to look for the grade 3. Sorry about that airplane in the background. Hopefully you guys can. Yeah, airplane, shut up. So we'll go into the strides. Deck doesn't really need to use the strides because the Legion is so strong, and because grade 2 game is also very strong. But we have 4 of the promo Aristotle, very useful for just sniping off for like pesky units. Like if your opponent has Commander Laurel, you're gonna be able to go into a stride and get rid of him. So definitely good to have the access to those pinpoint retires. And then 4 Pro Dramos. He's such a pro Dramos. Very good for that on hit pressure, and also enables. He also lets you build the field, so that's really good if you didn't have that great of an early game. You want to get those cards out, then he's going to be super good for that, letting you grab some ripples from the top of your deck. So for the grade 3s, we have 4 Militates. He is the Legion leader for the Revival Legion on Genovius. His effect is super good. It's going to net you extra cards, extra counterblasts, and extra attacks every single turn, as well as his on-ride, which uses counterblasts that you don't use too much in the deck to give you more advantage. So very, very advantage-based Aqua Force deck, which is a little different than a lot of the other builds. And then we have 4 of the Genovius. We're not running any skewed ratios in this deck because we just want to focus on consistent game plan. If sometimes you don't have a great grades hand for grade 2ing, grade 2 gaming, things like that, but you don't want to be restrained by that. You don't want to be restrained by what your hand is. So running the 4/4 is going to be really good for that. Just nice consistency, and Genovius obviously leading for that super good game-ending power. Just restanding your whole field after attacks, getting lots of attacks off, high power. Super good. So for the grade 2s, we'll start off with 4 Lapis. This is basically a 12K attacker for ripples, and this is super good for that grade 2, grade 2 game type thing. This is going to be the main tool in our version's grade 2 game, being able to hit really, really easy 19K columns. And if you call him out from the soul with Odysseus, who gives +2, then he's going to be 14, which hits good numbers by itself. So a very, very good card. And again, key to our specifics grade 2 strategy. We obviously have the 4 Vanguard Central to, you get him ridden over the grade 1. He's going to be that 10K base with that super powerful on-hit pressure that really dominates the grade 2 game that the deck is known for. And then lastly, rather than turtles, rather than tidal assaults, we're running Limpia, and she's really good. Yeah. If you guys like Lumpia, comment down below, please. And Limpia, so she's really good. She's enables attacks by herself because she's kind of a 12K attacker for Legion, and she's also gonna let you draw a lot of cards on top of Militates' draw card skill. You're gonna be able to accumulate a lot of cards and get a lot of advantage over your opponent. Again, kind of non Aqua Force style, getting a lot of advantage. Again, I think I forgot to explain, not really a title or the turtle, because I think that making those easy 19K columns or 14K unboosted, I personally think that's enough, especially when you combine it with Pavroth. I think that's going to be enough of a grade 2 game to really, shut your opponent out. And if it isn't, again, we're running kind of standard grade ratios, so you're not forced into grade 2 gaming if you just can't do it. For the grade 1s, we have 4 PG, would not live without that. Again, since the deck is not super hyped up on grade 2 game, We're not running quintet walls. We just want to be able to effectively guard strides. 4 Odysseus, crazy card, letting you like double, triple Legion in some turns, getting the perfect ride every single turn all the way up the ride chain. Very powerful card, and the +2 that it gives when you call the unit back out from the soul is super powerful. It's going to set up the right columns, the right numbers, and really is like very good. That extra 2k will go a long way. And then 4 Sartorio, obviously we want to get that ride chain off, so we got to run him at 4, and it's going to help us get extra advantage if we get the ride chain off. And then the last 2, we decided to run 2 Tempest Border, and I think this card is really good in the deck because it's going to enable like 4 or 5 attacks on your Legion plays, and without using much counterblast. So you're free to use your counterblast on other things. Mainly going to be using it on Olympia, just to get even more cards, keep that advantage flowing. And that advantage is obviously going to convert into Genovius's, which I'll use to end the game. Lastly, we're into these triggers. We have 4 of the Ripple Crit, very good at filtering through the deck, getting more ripples. Again, more advantage, searching for Genovius's for that late game push. 4 more critical, so that 8 critical, 4 draw, 4 heal. Pretty standard lineup, but it's going to give us a good mix of consistency and aggressiveness. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys liked our Ripple deck profile. Do you guys like the way this is built? Do would you prefer the super grade 2 focus with turtles and tidal assaults, or do you like to go ham on like legioning a bunch for all those like triggers? Let us know in the comments. Please give us a thumbs up. It helps out a lot, and as always, subscribe for more content. Vanguard Central, out.